The search for the missing and dead is just getting started.
Many have said they didn't receive any warnings, now opening an investigation into the response.
Was the August Hawaii fire an inside job? It was a really devastating day for the residents of Maui Island, as properties and lives were lost in a fierce wildfire that engulfed the island. To this day, the search is still ongoing to find some who are still missing. The August 8th, 2023 fire in the Hawaiian island of Maui is a recent event that's still very much shrouded in mystery. At the moment, there has been no conclusive resolution on what the cause might have been, but different speculations have been made in this regard. But one of the speculations that has drawn much attention is the call that somehow the fire might have been started on purpose. Many claim that the fire was designed to push the people out of their lands for some rich and powerful individuals to take over and build smart cities. So far, there's been no evidence to back this claim, and it's being dismissed as mere speculation. But shockingly, some of the residents who lost their homes in the fire say that they've been approached by real estate developers seeking to buy up their lands. This definitely raises some questions if it turns out to be true. All these events have pushed the governor of Hawaii to release a speech on the matter, saying that they're putting measures in place to make sure that the lands remain with the owners. Part of these measures is appointing indigenous lawyers, who will make sure that people aren't taken advantage of during these trying times. Residents like Deborah Loeffler were already getting emails from people making offers for her beachfront property, which is really crazy if you think about it. These offers are definitely made to take advantage of situations and get these lands for a fraction of their actual worth. The way these developers get the information about the people they reach out to heightens the suspicion. Deborah expressed her surprise at how they were able to know her address and email. Also, this handle on Instagram posted a video on the matter. She was raising alarm about realtors and investors that are involved in this and threatened to have them called out for it. Fingers were pointing to a collusion between the government and these realtors. And to crown it all, the Hawaiian government had invested in emergency sirens, which were installed in Maui to warn against disasters like this one. But for some reason, these sirens never went off throughout the fire incident. More like they didn't want any quick intervention to salvage the situation before it got bad. When this question was raised, officials said that they didn't activate the sirens because they were concerned the residents would mistake the sound of the sirens for a tsunami warning and flee inland towards the path of the fire. Many believe that if the siren had sounded, then maybe people would have been put on maximum alert a lot earlier, which would have reduced the number of casualties and possibly helped curtail the spread. This explanation hasn't been satisfactory enough to many on the matter. We've been seeing videos like this one with residents accusing the government of being complicit in the matter. The fire started in a remote area on the island of Maui, but it quickly spread due to high winds and dry conditions. And some do suspect lightning might have started the fire, as the region was experiencing dryness at the time, but still no evidence to make that conclusive. And as has been mentioned, the land-grabbing scheme isn't the only suspect here. The Hawaiian Electric Company is also being blamed for the Maui fire, and this had resulted in the company's stocks plummeting after the accusation was made. The fire that broke out in Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii, quickly spread and destroyed over 2,000 structures, including homes and businesses. At least 115 people were killed in the fire. More than 80% of the homes destroyed were residential buildings. Maui County has sued Hawaiian Electric Company, alleging that the company negligently failed to shut off power despite high winds and dry conditions. Videos have surfaced showing power lines that were over by high winds, which could easily fall and cause sparks that would result in the fire. The lawsuit alleges that the fire was caused by downed power lines that were not properly maintained. The Hawaiian Electric Company has denied the allegations, saying that the power lines were de-energized for more than 6 hours before the fire started. The company is also blaming Maui County for declaring the initial fire out, which allowed it to spread without timely intervention. The investigation into the cause of the fire is ongoing. However, the allegations against Hawaiian Electric Company have raised concerns about the safety of the company's power lines. The fire is a reminder of the risk of wildfires, especially in areas with dry conditions and high winds. And this won't be the first time that power lines will be responsible for starting fires in the region if it's eventually found to be the cause of this one. The 2019 wildfire in Maui was another significant fire that burnt over 1,000 acres of land in West Maui Mountains. The fire was caused by a downed power line on July 11, 2019. The fire spread quickly due to the dry weather and strong winds. The fire forced the evacuation of hundreds of people and destroyed several homes. It also caused damage to infrastructure, including roads and power lines. The fire was finally extinguished on July 13, 2019. This is just one among the many fire incidents that have been recorded in the area, and the matter is made worse because the area is one prone to dryness. Similarly, the August 2023 fire caused widespread damage, destroying thousands of homes and businesses. The death toll is still being investigated, but it's estimated that over 115 people were killed. This number is still expected to rise as some are still missing. The area most affected by the fire was the town of Hilo, which was totally left in ruins. The search and rescue effort in Maui has been concluded. The last of the search dogs and cadaver teams were withdrawn from the island on August 29, 2023. The official death toll from the wildfires is 115, and there are still 12 people listed as missing. However, the authorities believe that the people missing are most likely deceased and that the remains will never be found. The focus of the recovery effort is now on clearing the debris and rebuilding the homes and businesses that were destroyed by the fires. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, has approved over $70 million in disaster relief funds for Maui, and the state of Hawaii has also pledged to provide assistance. The wildfires that devastated Maui were the worst in the island's history. They burned over 100,000 acres of land and destroyed over 2,000 homes. The fires also caused widespread power outages and damage to infrastructure. There are some factors that helped increase the severity of this fire outbreak. One of these is the introduction of invasive grass species by farmers in the region. Invasive grass species, which were mostly from Africa, contributed to the fire in Maui this August in a number of ways. First, these grasses are highly flammable. They dry out quickly during periods of drought, and they can easily catch fire from a spark or a cigarette butt. Also, these invasive grasses grow very quickly, which can create a dense fuel bed that can spread a fire rapidly. These grasses often crowd out native vegetation, taking the upper hand and reducing the spread of species that could help to prevent fires. Also, the fact that the fire didn't affect rich neighborhoods helped fuel the idea of a conspiracy. But, considering the fact that most rich homes have reasonable distances from each other, with well-trimmed grasses and better materials being used in construction, helps clear the air on that. However, until investigations are concluded, nothing can be ruled out. Overall, it's been amazing seeing some of the residents who are very much committed to rebuilding and starting over again. Hopefully, enough effort will be made by authorities to help restore the people who have encountered losses to their normal conditions. This might take a while, but we look forward to better days for the people of Lahaina. The mystery surrounding the cause of the fire adds to the tragedy. The people of Hawaii are still reeling from the loss of their homes and loved ones, and they're eager to know what happened. The investigation is ongoing, and hopefully the answers will come soon. In the meantime, the people of Hawaii are coming together to help each other rebuild their lives. That'll be all for this video. Do let us know what you think about this tragedy in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.